Hello and welcome to session 1 for your maths. Maths functional skills. So you've already gone into the welcome, you've seen the welcome, you've got your maths self-assessment checklist there. So just so you're aware, we've got our maths introduction. So hopefully you've watched that. The assessment workbook is here, so you can download those. You've got the combined book and the answer book, and you'll need that for alongside these courses. And throughout the sessions, I'm going to ask you to pause what we're doing, and I'm going to ask you to maybe watch a video. So here, for example, number 8, positive and negative number video. You can watch that and then go back to this recording to finish your session. So we're going to start on session 1. In here, we've got what we're covering. You've got access to the PowerPoint presentation, which we've used in this recording. You've got the questions and answers and your knowledge check sheet. So everything you need for positive and negative numbers are in there. So let's get started. And it's the same process for all of the other sessions for this. So let's get started and we'll open up the PowerPoint. Right, so here's the first PowerPoint. We can see it's learning out level 2, session 1, because the number 1's there. And in this session, we're going to look at reading, writing, and ordering and comparing positive and negative numbers by any size. So let's get started. So here, the aims of the session, learners must be able to add positive and negative numbers. Learners should be able to subtract positive and negative numbers, and learners could also aim to add and subtract positive and negative numbers. Learners will be assessed on their ability to read, write, and order and compare positive and negative numbers. Now, I know this comes up in the assessment. Well, actually, it all comes up in the assessment, so there's no point me saying that because it is going to be every single one. So let's start off with a quick review of key facts that you have met before. Positive numbers are numbers greater than 0. Negative numbers are less than 0. 0 is neither a positive or negative number, and you can see that on this line. So 0 is neither a negative or positive number. Pluses are greater than 0, minuses are less than. You can extend this number line as far as you like in either direction. So negative numbers in context then. So why do this? So let's have a look. So negative numbers are used in many real life situations. So if we think of a temperature, thermometers both measure negative and positive. For example, a maximum temperature in Hull last year was 32 Celsius and a minimum of -9 Celsius. Altitude, so above sea level, such as the Dead Sea in Israel and Death Valley in California, have negative values of altitude, placed above sea level, and have positive values for altitude. Equally, historical records, scores and results, and then money. So probably the most important one, you can obviously have a positive in your bank account, or you can have a negative value because you owe money. So let's just look at this then. A temperature was recorded on the same day in East London during January. Which day was the coldest in the temperature on that day? So we can see the coldest there would be -5, wouldn't it? So -5 would be the coldest because that's the highest value with a minus in front of it. So that would be Thursday. How much cooler was Thursday than Wednesday? Now, you're in the minus figure. So if we go back, so we're in the minus figure here, and we're going to go to there. So we're going to go from -5 to 1. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So hopefully then we got 6 Celsius. So you can see we're counting back to forward. So if you need a scrappy bit of paper when you get this question up, just draw that line and then use that for counting. That's absolutely fine. And how much warmer was it on Monday, the 21st, then Monday the 28th. So again, this time you'll go in 3 down to 2. So the answer there would be 5. So if we're going from 3 down to 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, where did we go? So from current slide. So you can see using that scale makes it very easy to read positive and negative numbers. So we then have opposite numbers. So opposite numbers such as minus 19 and 19 are each the same distance from 0. Whenever you add two positive numbers, the answer will be 0. For example, minus 19 and plus 19 has to equal 0. So add these opposite numbers together. So minus 29 and plus 29 has to be 0. Minus 17.25 plus 17.5 has to be 0. 17.9 plus minus 17.9 has to be 0. So it doesn't matter which way around they are, as long as they're the same numbers. So adding with negative numbers. When adding, we move to the right along the line. For example, minus 2 plus 7. So place your finger on 2, and we're adding and jump into the right 7 space. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the answer is 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. Here is another example. Minus 4 plus 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Place your finger on minus 4 and then add up to the 5. That's right, we ended up on 1. Here is yet another example. Minus 5, add 3. So 1, 2, 3 equals, place your finger on 5. We're at and jump 2 places. So the answer is minus 2. Adding with negative numbers have the same effect as subcontracting. So for example, 6 plus minus 2, this is exactly the same as 6 minus 2. Here's another example. 9 plus minus 4 is exactly the same as 9 minus 4. So the answer is 5. Here's another example. Minus 15 plus 5. Or then minus 15 minus 5 is going to be minus 20, because both were in minuses, so we're going down the scale. Good. So when subtracting, we move to the left along the number line. For example, 5 minus 8. So 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So hopefully we're going to end up with minus 3, and that's where we were. Here's another example. So we're at 2. We're going to minus 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So hopefully that's going to come up as minus 5. Good. And one more then. So we're at minus 3 to minus 2. 1, 2. So that should leave us at minus 5. Good. So subtracting with negative numbers has the same effect as adding. For example, 7 minus minus 2, or 7 plus 2 equals 9. Here's another example. 10 minus minus 4, or 10 plus 4 has to be 14. And here's another example. Minus 9 plus minus 5 is the same as minus 9 plus 5, which is minus 4. So addition and subtraction with negative numbers. Here's a list of negative numbers. write down two numbers from the list that add up to 5. There we go. And then write down two numbers from the list that have the difference of 13. So you've got -5 plus 0 or -9 plus 4 would equal 5. And then here, write down the two numbers from the list. So 13 minus 9 add 4 would equal 13. So looking at this question, Emma runs a beauty salon. She is currently overdrawn and has her balance at -500 £. She has an agreed overdraft of £1,500. So she has a positive of 1,500. So we've got that at the top. She's taken away 500. So we have that. An agreed overdraft means the person goes overdrawn, but up to the agreed amount of the limit incurring fees. How much will Emma have in credit in her account after she deposits £750? So you're going to need a pen and bit of paper for this, because you're going to do -500 plus 750. So we're going to take a negative of 500. We're going to add 750. And then we're going to be over by 250. Good, because we were in deficit of 500. We added money into the account. So the 500 wiped each other's out. And then the 250 left from that 750 equals 250. In 2 days' time, bills listed on the table will be taken out, debited. So that's going to come out of that money from the same account. So she's only got £250 in her account at the moment. So we're going to hit a negative, aren't we, here? So we're going to do 250 minus this lot. Will there be enough in the account using her overdraft to cover the outgoings? So let's work this out. We're going to have 650 plus 150 plus 200 plus 150 plus 900. That equals £2,050, doesn't it? So we're going to add that all together. We've already got 250 in the account. So, and we've also got 1,500 because we've got her overdraft. So we've got 1,500 plus 250. So that equals £1,750 spare. The problem is that comes up to 2,050. So in other words, we've now got 2,050 minus the 1,750 available. So there is not enough money in the account. Does that make sense? So what we've done, just so we're clear of what we've done, we've taken the 250, we've added to the 1,750. That equals £1,750. That's how much money she's got that she can spend. Her bills, on the other hand, all add up to £2,050. So we're now going to take the £2,050 and minus the 1,750. And it's then quite clear that there is not enough money to cover the outgoings. So she's short by 7, 8, 9, 10, 300 quid, isn't she? And we can do that quite easily without a calculator, pen and bit of paper to add that up. Lovely. So by the end of this session, you should now be more confident with adding positive and negative numbers. Learners should be able to subtract positive and negative numbers. Learners could aim to add and subtract positive and negative numbers, and learners will be able to assess their ability on reading, writing, ordering, and comparing positive and negative numbers. Well done. You've completed the module on reading, writing, ordering, and comparing negative numbers. Now, please make sure you do the activities to test your progress and your knowledge checks. So in here, if we go in now, we've got our activities to do, so we can do those. We check the answers and we do our knowledge check. So Congratulations, that's the end of session 1. I'll see you in session 2.